Hello. In this work, we revisit low resource status of Indian languages in machine translation. Neural machine translation is de facto by now for translating between languages, and on screen is the expected behavior with neural machine translation compared to prior methods from a landmark publication. If we attempt to place Indian languages on this graph, first, Hindi is at about 10 power 7 in terms of data. Other Indian languages used in this work are spread in the 10 power 6 order. The performance in blue from prior works are in line with the expectations from this graph at the moment. The methods of widespread use, however, are data hungry. Most works claim Indian languages are low resource and propose complicated methods. But one simple way to change low resource is to improve the data situation, yet nobody seems to be doing it. We elaborate on this situation next. There is a lack of training data for translating Indian languages. Up until last year, the corpora on screen is all that's available. What we have for Indian languages are domain specific and small, save IIT Bombay English Hindi parallel corpus, which is restricted to English Hindi. More recently, we have more resources coming up with which this work stands tall in corpus sizes and, as we'll show later, quality. The data problem is what we fundamentally set out to solve, but our contributions are more. In addition to providing datasets, we focus on evaluations, providing comparable evaluations for future works. Through this, we attempt to bridge what would be fragmented otherwise. Also, we take further steps to provide trained models which are not available at the moment. First, we explain the new contribution of the dataset and methods used to obtain the same. Simply put, we find a source, the Plus Information Bureau of India, and extract maximum parallel data. Ahead, we discuss the details. A procedure is to find document pairs matching in content and then align sentences within the document pairs. Prior works which we use to build the methods for these are on screen. However, we have a problem. Both of these methods assume well-performing empty model, which we are lacking as we begin. As a solution, we propose using iterative alignment, improving the multilingual NMT model which we use in place. A schematic is given on the right. We translate non-English articles to English and match them with English articles to align documents. Following document alignment, we use blue line to obtain sentences. We use further filtering to prevent any noisy matches that might have crept in. The new alignments generated are used to train the multilingual NMT models again. This cycle is repeated until we saturate the amount of data or parallel pairs that can be mined from the entire database. Summarized on screen is a specification of our MT model. We use sentence piece for an unsupervised tokenizer with 4,000 vocabulary units assigned for each of the 11 languages involved. The architecture we use is a transformer base. We only use sentence length ratio and language ID filters in our filtering pipeline. A multilingual NMT formulation is used, wherein a single network translates all languages. We have two variants of multilingual formulations, a many-to-many model which translates between all language directions, and a many-to-one model translating only to English. We expect many-to-many models to be weaker due to the larger complexity of data, and many-to-English model to perform better in translating to English and is hence used ahead for alignment translating to English. In this figure, we illustrate how through iterations we saturate the article's mind. To eliminate noisy matches, we keep a threshold determining match or not constant throughout the procedure and strict. As the model improves, the retrieval accuracy improves, helping us match more articles at the same threshold but with lesser noise. The figure is for Marathi, where in our first attempt we improved by 2.5K and the second by 0.8K. Number of articles acquired diminishes as we iterate, and we stop at the point of diminishing returns. Why is this significant? Starting from a weak model, we have improved data and the model with little or no human supervision. Our contribution is multi-way aligned, providing room for multilingual NMT models and further methods to improve. Our methods can now run automatically as more articles are added, providing a constant source of parallel data while PIB publishes. In table, we summarize the current status of CVIT PIB, that is version 1.3. There's 2.78 million with 50.5K on average across 11 language pairs involved. And more are coming. Next, we address evaluations. We provide blue scores on publicly available test sets, also a multi-way test set consisting of high-quality translations of the Prime Minister's speeches. There is a need to emphasize on evaluations and problems associated with these in context of Indian languages. There are few works which lets us assess what the state of quality of Indian language machine translation truly is. For those that exist, we find some problems which Western languages and venues seem to have sorted out or at least improved. We discuss these in detail ahead. Firstly, reporting scores are still non-standard across Indian language test sets. Shared tasks in workshops are promising. The reported scores comparable in literature, however, are spread across system description papers. Some of these numbers are overfit to a task domain or a language pair, and they do not transfer well to other tasks. With regard to academic venues, many reported numbers do not mention how they evaluate blue scores, as in how they tokenize or what they use, hence are not comparable. The second problem is that models are unavailable to reproduce. No trained models were available while pursuing this work, and a few are coming up only recently, that too from the open source community and not academics. Consequently, these models are not comparable or does not even have proper benchmarks in place. The unavailability of models is a transparency problem. That is, even if there are reported numbers, how do we know that they're correct? And one more issue is that do they work for a wide range of tasks reflecting the actual state of Indian languages machine translation? Our proposition is to benchmark keeping in mind comparability on every test set on all the translation tasks we find with a single model to maintain generality or open domain nature. On screen are comprehensive benchmarks on test sets from IIT Bombay Hindi English, UFAL Tamil English, ODE Corp, Workshop on Asian Translation Subtitles, Workshop on Machine Translation, the test sets which correspond to the subset of Indian languages. The numbers in the table are competitive to state of the art in many tasks. They are even state of the art at the time of pursuing in about 4 tasks despite only using a vanilla model. ODE Corp is an example. Note that a row here corresponds to a single multilingual NMT model and sometimes even 2 rows in the case of the many-to-many model. The next point we make through this table is that this is the first general or open domain MT model available to the community for Indian languages. Its coverage is far higher than models currently published. We redirect focus to how PIV is validated in this picture. We observe improvements as PIV mined data increases. We take the blue scores easily by an average of 2 points from translating Indian languages to English. And that is not just 1 but 8 languages. There are a few conscious choices we make. In our models, we do minimal cleaning and no feature remotely linguistic except raw text is used. We do not use methods which are used at competitive venues like ensembling, back translation, or even fine-tuning for domain adaptation, which means there is still room for all these on top of it. The point is that any baseline reported ahead should match at least this weak baseline. Here are a few steps we take to ensure comparability. We use standard test sets. We report blue scores that are comparable with shared translation tasks online and means to reproduce them. We provide our generation results, that is raw and untokenized, if need be, to compare with a different metric by your choice of a tokenizer. There are several other metrics in place like Rouge, RIPES, translation error rate, etc., which is used in the community and creates further fragmentation. There is a third problem which we find which is that nobody wants to do Indian languages to Indian languages. ILCI is perhaps the only test set which currently can handle Indian languages to Indian languages, but comparability is an issue with no standard split. We alternatively use Mann Ki Baat speeches to measure our multi-way translations. If you remember the data visualization, you'd realize more data implies better blue with no additional low resource voodoo. The blue highlights are proportional to improvements between our models before and after PIV version 1.3. To summarize, you can simply increase the performance of many Indian language MT models by collecting more data, that is, improving the low resource situation. We release to the community data and pre-trained models. We emphasize reproducible evaluation metrics and provide scores and methods to obtain them for the following works, something which seems long missing in the works that were published prior to this. Thank you for listening. If you have queries, please reach us at cvitbhasha@googlegroups.com. For more information about the project, including code, models, and demo, you can look at the link on screen.